I'm Ruel Gaviola. I'm a content creator based here in sunny Southern California. I've been in the industry for the last about 5 or 6 years, and I love what I do. I live stream board games, I review board games, I do talk shows on board games, and it's anything board game related, that's what I'm doing. It is the toughest thing. I mean, every time you see me on a stream, I'm literally covered in sweat. It's so nerve wracking, but I love it. It's really, for me personally, it's a really great way to connect with people because I mean, I'm on this side of the screen, they're on that side, but we're still interacting with each other. And to me, it reminds me a lot of playing board games. I'm playing games and I'm talking to my friends online. It's like, hey, how's it going? And they'll ask me questions, and in real time, I can answer them and say, hey, yeah, how are you doing? What's new? What's going on in your life? What games are you playing? And then we could talk about the game itself. But for me, it's just a really nice sense of connection. And throughout the pandemic, actually, there's been a lot of like community building within Twitch. It's a really thriving community. I'm very grateful to be part of it. And it's just a lot of fun. Oh, that's a great question. I've streamed over, I think, 300 times since the pandemic started. And every single time before I hit that go live button, just take a deep breath, you center yourself, and I try to do it just naturally. Like it's an extension of my game night at home. So with my family, we're just, we're having fun, being silly. And then I just think about it like, hey, I'm being silly with folks on the other side of the camera now, and I'm just gonna have fun with it. And, you try not to think about it too much, but then I start thinking, I'm terrible at editing. That's why I don't do video work, because I can't edit. I'd rather just do it live and have fun with my friends out there. Yeah, differences. The one thing that I do see a lot of now, which I love seeing this, the audience is more diverse, and there's a lot more different types of people watching these videos and being part of this community. And I think that's the really cool thing about Twitch is that it's opened up this chance for not only creators on my side, but the audience as well. Like if they see faces that look like mine, like I don't look like, other, big board game channels. Like we're talking a middle-aged Filipino dude playing games. You don't see that often, but I think it's a cool thing that I can go out there and do this. And I do it with my family, and then we bring our friends sometimes as well. And I think that speaks to how Twitch is really, and a lot of live stream platforms, has changed, board game content. You can see a lot of different types of people playing these great games and connecting with others who may or may not look like them. Where are we going? Well, I think we're heading in the right direction as far as, there's a lot of different types of games, a lot of different types of gamers watching these games, and a lot of different types of people creating content about the game. So we're heading in the right direction. I don't know how it's going to change the next 5 years, because if you would ask me 5 years ago if I would be on stream, playing board games with my family and, using puppets and stuff like that, I would have said you were crazy. And then 5 years ago, if you would have asked me about TikTok, I would have said, what is that? So I think it's one of those things where the technology and the culture continues to change. I just want to make sure that we're going in the right direction as far as, diversity, representation. I like being part of that, and I like seeing, the next generation, latch onto that and push it forward as well. So, I see it just more of the same, and I just think it's going to get better and better. I definitely see myself moving, changing as the times go. That's one thing I've learned, just being in other industries and this industry as well. The tech is always going to change, and you have to be able to change with it. Just because I didn't jump right into TikTok doesn't mean, that platform is awesome. And I totally respect people who do that. I love seeing all their content, and I want to see what's next after that. And if I stay with Twitch, cool. But I don't know. I have started doing some video work, but I'm also doing podcasts. I came up in the industry as a writer, so that's my foundation. So I can always go back and like write articles. I do marketing articles for different companies. So I think for me, I just like to keep my options open, and we'll see. I do love doing live stuff though. It's just so much fun. But who knows? Thank you. I appreciate that. Much respect, man. You man. But yeah, I want to see what's up in the future, and I just want to be prepared for it. And if I can play games on a platform, I can play games on another platform. It's a lot. I think so. I've always been the type of guy that likes to stay busy. Whether it's different types of content, different types of games, or whatever. And for me, the way I do it, I just, you sort of just, not to get all zen on you, but you just sort of stay in the moment. The project that I'm working on at this specific time that's what I'm focused on, and then I move on to the next thing or whatever. But it is important to keep balance, and luckily I have a wonderful partner, my wife, Michelle. She's my balance, like she'd say, hey, well, maybe you should step back. chill out for, okay, yeah, she knows me, and like that's the way I keep my balance. And I think it's important to have, either your partner or friends or family that can sort of, that's your real life right there. The stuff we do on content, I mean, it is what it is, but it's all about, for me at least, it's all about family, keeping you in check, and they know when you're taking a little too much. Biggest, yeah. Oh, that's a great question. There's so much. I'm thinking back to when I first started. So again, I started as a writer, and I took my passion for games and my particular skill set at that time and applied it to that. So as a writer, I just put it out there. Hey, I want to write for a board game site, and I was able to get a gig through that, which led to another writing gig. And so, biggest piece of advice: take your skill set, use it, but then be ready and be open to other opportunities. Because I got a gig at Geek and Sundry writing articles, and then the editor of this said, "Hey, do you want to be on the show Game the Game?" And I'm like, "A video show? What? Wait, you're gonna pay me and you're gonna feed me and we're gonna play games for an hour? Sign me up." So that led to this big change where like I pivoted away from written work and started doing video work, which led to live streaming. So that's, to me, that's the biggest thing. Just be ready and be prepared and be willing to do something different. I never would have thought I'd be in this position right now 5 years ago, and I'm very grateful for the opportunities I've had. And there's another piece of advice: work hard, but take advantage of the opportunities that you have.